Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Doobie here, and I'm going to do a collective reading. My readings are always timeless. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below. I do astrology or tarot. And yeah, this is going to be a general reading. Take what applies, leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate with you, I have plenty of other readings that you are free to peruse. And if I'm not the reader for you, there are plenty of other readers on YouTube that you are free to peruse. So I was going to do a Celtic cross on this one. We got the Hanged Man and Temperance. And so this would be for the spot that represents you, us, we, the collective. The Hanged Man is, I've been pulling this a lot lately. So the Hanged Man, you would imagine that when he first was upside down, hanging by a foot, he was probably fighting that, right? But then in the card, he's got the halo and he's more in repose. It's a card that signifies enlightenment, gaining a higher perspective, getting a different point of view. But it's like once he's surrendered to the fact that he was turned upside down, then he's learning from that. How did I get myself here? Things look different from here. What do I want to do now? Does it help me to fight or resist being upside down? Because here the fuck I am upside down. And then the Temperance card, I like that for two reasons. Because to me, that's another card signifying balance, things flowing, being at peace, being calm, not being overreactive. But it also is like our guardian angels. It's like, all right, we might be upside down, we might be turned over. But while we are gaining a new perspective from being in that position, our angels and guides are still at work. All right, so what's got us turned on our heads? This is also like a collective reading. So if it's not exactly going on with you, you may be somewhere in the reading, someone you know, or people around you may be going through something similar. Subconscious. We have the King of Pentacles. But we want our physical needs met. We want to be abundant. So subconsciously, or like a subconscious drive that we have is could be financial, could be our health. With the king, it's like mastery. Maybe we're like, I'm doing all of the right things, but earth life is just not going my way. Like I'm not being responded to. Maybe, we're manifesting. Maybe we've done everything that we can do. And it's time to wait for the universe to respond. Maybe we're even backed into a corner. Maybe we somehow backed ourselves into a corner. And with the King of Pentacles, it's like we want our stuff. So maybe like there's something that you might lose. And this could be like from a financial perspective, from a job perspective, because we're talking about earth and energy here. Could be from like a relationship perspective, friendships, family, maybe there's something that you have to like let go of. And that's not what you want to do. And that's why we're turned upside down. In the recent past, King of Cups. So feeling like super emotional. The king, I mean, that's funny that we have two kings here. So we're really looking at mastery and like making things happen on the outside. You know, the queens are generally introspective, internal experiences. That earring always does that. Um, but with the kings, we're like making decisions. And in the recent past, we may have made an emotional decision or an emotional commitment because cups are water, that's emotions. So at the root, like subconsciously, we want to feel good. We want things to feel good here in our earth experience. So in the recent past, we made a big decision, but we're growing. We've grown a lot. And like implied, but this doesn't mean kings are better or what, like I don't want to get into any of that bullshit, right? Um, because I'm not saying that at all, but it's like we're really looking at mastery. The queens would be like the feminine mastery, the kings would be like the masculine mastery or whatever, the concepts of yin and yang, inward, outward. But the hanged man, so it's like we've grown a lot and maybe we did our best. Like maybe we did the best that we could do. Um, hmm. We've done our best. I keep pausing to get it to focus correctly. I don't know what's going on with the lighting, but um, I'm doing my best. At least I'm doing the thing. And maybe that's the point. Like we continue moving forward, one foot in front of the other, or even because the hanged man is upside down. So if we're really upside down, if we're really backed into a corner, it's time to like get introspective about that. Surrender to it. It doesn't mean surrender and then take action. Like, okay, this is what I'm facing. What can I do? Um, and then also knowing that we do have guides and angels who are helping us. I'd like an AV spirit team, please. Audio, visual, angels. I need your help. My God, the desired goal, what we're looking for. The Ten of Swords, that's brutal. We just want the pain to be over. We just want the pain to end, the difficulty to end. We just want to be comfortable. This is the root. The root is the King of Pentacles. It's like, I just want to live a nice life here on this God-forsaken planet. Is it forsaken? It's a funny choice of words because I don't usually say that, but oh my goodness. In the future, balance will be restored. The Justice card. You know what's really crazy? I didn't even pull a challenge card. It's a pretty significant card. So let's look at what the challenge is. We need to focus less on the challenges. Wow. I swear I didn't do that on purpose. That's funny. It threw me off because I got two cards for the first one. In the future, justice and balance will be restored. No fucking way. This is weird. So the challenge card is hope. I feel that. It's like maybe we're just hoping and wishing and frustrated and focusing on just the hoping and the wishing, and we need to look away for a second and maybe just do the stuff that's in front of us. Wow, that's crazy. But I mean, the star card is like, it's the star card is a card of don't lose hope. Oh, another way to look at it, okay? Don't get stuck in that exasperated hoping and wishing phase, but also don't lose hope if that's the challenge. Like, it's almost like it's an afterthought, the fact that hadn't done it right away, but like, don't keep holding on to the dream. In the star card, it's still nighttime, but you can see the stars and you know that the morning is going to come. The lens that we're looking through, like how we're viewing the situation. Ace of Swords. New ideas, new ventures, being clear and concise with our words. The swords are air energy. So that's our thoughts, our mind. Being honest, truth telling. That's so weird because I was just giving myself a lecture in the shower about how sometimes even speaking the truth feeds something false, you know? So it's like the thing like she who doth protest too much, or um being defensive. Sometimes you just have to be the fucking truth. And the lie might run circles around you, but it's going to be tired. And a lie is just words, like they'll disappear, but you're still going to be standing there. So we've got to keep up hope, and just be the truth. Like, instead of, you know, instead of explaining your truth or telling your truth, just fucking be it. All right. Other people's view. Strength through grace. So we are either being viewed by others or viewing others through the lens of strength through grace. She's not wrestling the lion to the ground. She is loving the lion into submission. So this is being loving even during difficult situations, being calm, being peaceful. And that's not a weakness. And I'm not saying to do that in a weak way. And I'm not saying, I'm very conflict averse. So I always do have to check myself. Like the Ace of Swords came out. It's like, don't hide the truth. You know what I mean? Like, you don't hide the truth. You can speak the truth, but also there's no need for the truth to run around truthing itself. Like, it just fucking is. It just is. All right. Hopes and fears. Wow. 10 of Pentacles. That's legacy. That's long-term prosperity. Do we dare to dream? Do I dare to believe that I can manifest abundance, or an abundance is not just money? It's, general happiness and well-being and wealth, which includes health, relationships, all of that. The well-rounded version of abundance, which isn't always a lot of money. It doesn't have to be, it can be. All right, what is the outcome? The outcome. The Queen of Pentacles. That's receiving. That's interesting. So the queens are receptive. This is the inner, like the receptive phase. Let me look at all these. It's like we're just running from the pain, you know? We just that our goal is to not be in pain. But we have like kings, queens, major arcana cards, two tens, and then an ace. Like look it. So what instead of running from the pain, or instead of the goal being to not be in pain anymore, the goal needs to be to start something new, like to begin anew. We got the 10 as our goal. I think that's kind of where we need to shift. But yeah, and then we got queens, kings, major arcana cards, tens, and then a beginning card, an ace. Everything is like higher up numbers, court cards. So we're getting to a level of mastery, but maybe we've lost hope. Maybe we're like, wow, I did all this stuff. I was in my integrity. I crossed my T's and dotted my I's. I don't fucking understand like why things don't look the way that I don't want them to look. Uh, and can you still have faith in that? Let me um do some oracle cards. Then we'll bust out some like moving forward advice cards. But you know, for the root of the matter, the base of the matter, the king of pentacles, we've made decisions, we've made choices. And then the outcome card is the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles receives. You know, like the court cards are kind of interesting to interpret. So, you know, the kings, they tell the knights to go to war and they decide what goes on. And the queens receive, you know, from the people. They receive how are the people feeling and all of that. That's kind of the concept in the tarot. And both jobs are equally significant. Um, Self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. It's like this is a really powerful reading. We're in a powerful place, even though it doesn't feel like it. Can we feel that? Can we convince ourselves to feel that we are still powerful? And don't be afraid to fly solo. It doesn't mean like, you know, dump your significant other or something like that. But and it doesn't even mean like that trauma response. I've got this all by myself. But can you humbly stand in your own power, which we can do within the context of a relationship or a partnership or a family unit or whatever? But can we stand in our own power with a direct connection to spirit, universe, God, Tao, whatever you want to call it? Ah, dolphin, don't worry, be happy. Um, right, let me do. Do one of these. Queen of the Moon Oracle. Our goal cannot be to not be in pain. Our goal has to be something we want, not something we don't want. We want the King of Pentacles, then we need to, that's what our goal needs to be. That's what we need to want. And then the Queen of Pentacles will receive it. Realization. There will be a realization of our dreams, or a dream, or a dreamlike experience. There will be. We can't lose hope. And it's all right if we forget to remember hope every once in a while, but we cannot lose it. Something. Look at these two cards. It's kind of like there's a figure here about to enter through a keyhole, and there's a figure here about to jump in the water. It's like there will be a stark shift that we'll see. We're just not there yet. And it might be scary. It might be scary to to have faith that's still coming. Like how do I want to explain this? It's like, because we're not at those points yet. We're not seeing the stark shift or the new experience, but we have to have faith that it's there. And that in and of itself, trusting that is a scary leap of faith. Let's do one more takeaway card. What are we going to take away from this? The Hermit. Finding your light within. Oh my God. You know what's really funny is that we have the Star card, and then, oh shoot, she's naked. I know other readers like hide that. I don't think I'm popular enough for that to be a problem. But the Hermit, um, he has the star and the lantern. So this is like, if you need to take some time alone, sit down, converse with whatever it is that vibes with you, God, spirit, all that, until you can find that hope again, so that you have it to light your way. Like here it's all dark, and we might end up here again and again and again, this 10 of Swords, where we're kind of like, that's in the spot of goals. I just want the pain to be over. I just want this to be done. But the Hermit card, there's a lot of solitude in this reading. So that's important. Anyway, that was nice. Maybe to read, to experience, perhaps not so much. But thank you for stopping by. Have a great day. Peace. Namaste.